Once upon a time in the heart of a bustling city lived a pampered little mouse. He was what we call a city mouse. He lived in a big house with a family of wealthy aristocrats. Every night he feasted on their leftovers, bits of cheese and stolen breadcrumbs. He had everything he could possibly want and more. One day, while scavenging for food, the city mouse met an old, gray-haired mouse. The old mouse had a kind face and gentle eyes. The city mouse, being young and a bit arrogant, asked him, "Hey, old man, why are you so skinny? You look like you're starving." The old mouse sighed and replied, "I am skinny and I am starving, but I have a big heart. I would share my food with anyone who needs it. Even if I have to go hungry, I'd rather give than not give." The city mouse scoffed at this, thinking the old mouse was foolish. "What good is sharing if it makes you weak and hungry? I say take what you can get and eat until you can't eat anymore." The city mouse invited the old mouse to come live with him where there was plenty of food to go around. But the old mouse refused. "No, I prefer to be free and live on my own terms. Even if it means going hungry, I will never trade places with you." And with that, the old mouse disappeared into his hole. The city mouse, confused and a bit frightened by the old mouse's strange behavior, decided to pay him a visit. So he crept into the old mouse's hole and found him sleeping peacefully. The sight made him feel a little guilty. Maybe he wasn't right about the old mouse. Maybe there was more to life than just hoarding food and getting fatter. Just then, the old mouse woke up and seeing the city mouse in his hole, exclaimed, "Oh, you came to see how I starve, didn't you? Well, come and join me. It's not that bad. In fact, it's quite peaceful." The city mouse, touched by the old mouse's kindness, apologized for judging him and asked if he could stay. The old mouse, being a kind soul, accepted him with open arms, and so they spent the night talking, sharing stories and dreams. The city mouse learned that the old mouse wasn't just wise and kind, but also brave and adventurous. He'd seen the world and had all these exciting stories to tell. As the sun began to rise, the city mouse had a realization. He had everything he ever wanted, yet he was unhappy. The old mouse, though poor and sometimes hungry, was content and at peace. The city mouse knew then that true happiness wasn't about the things you owned or how much food you had stored up, but about the kind of person you were and the choices you made. From that day on, the city mouse and the old country mouse became the best of friends. They shared everything they had, food, shelter, and most importantly, their friendship. And together they proved that having each other was more valuable than all the cheese and breadcrumbs in the world.